With just a year on the job as Speaker of the House, Louisiana Representative Mike Johnson is still waiting to see if he'll be able to hold on to the gavel. He was in Shreveport briefly for an election night watch party where he got a chance to talk to supporters and celebrate a return to Congress. Mike McDaniel was there and is joining us from Shreveport.
Representative Mike Johnson easily won re-election to his 4th congressional district seat, beating out one other Republican challenger. This race, though, was never really a concern for him. It's his position as House Speaker that was and still is. Johnson needs Republicans to maintain control of the House, which is still undecided. Johnson spent nearly a year campaigning across the country, working to get fellow Republicans elected to Congress, and had been in lockstep with then-candidate Donald Trump. During his election night speech here in downtown Shreveport, Johnson said he was optimistic that Republicans would not only control the House, but also flip the Senate and take the White House. The last two have happened, and now Johnson is waiting for the final House races to be decided. Soon after his speech, it was wheels up for Johnson, who flew to Mar-a-Lago to be with Donald Trump, the now projected president-elect. Before leaving, Johnson thanked supporters and said it was time to be ready to lead.
Everybody's fed up and fired up. They're fed up about the cost of living and the rising crime rates and the wide open border and the weakness on the world stage. But we have the solutions to all that. And when Republicans regain control, we're going to have the most aggressive first 100 days agenda that anybody's seen in a modern era. And we got to fix everything.
Johnson said being House Speaker was never really a job he went after. It just sort of happened after fellow Republicans ousted Kevin McCarthy. That really put Louisiana in the political spotlight. While it may not have been on his radar then, being House Speaker is certainly on it now for Johnson. Reporting from downtown Shreveport, Mike McDaniel, WWL, Louisiana.
We appreciate it, Mike. Incumbent representatives in 5 congressional districts in Louisiana were reelected, including Congressman Steve Scalise and Troy Carter. And Democrat Cleo Fields, he was elected to represent the new Congressional District 6, turning a historically red area blue. The district was created to establish a second majority black district in the state. He had a heavy field there, but took the lead. Meanwhile, New Orleans voters supported multiple amendments on Election Day, and including an affordable housing fund. It dedicates millions of local tax dollars a year to affordable housing programs. It passed with 75% of the vote. Voters also passed a symbolic support for private sector workers. The measure adds a workers' Bill of Rights to the city's charter. It cannot actually be imposed by any of the laws here on businesses or employers, but it was passed in good faith with 80% of the vote. Voters statewide approved a constitutional amendment on renewable energy. That amendment places money the state received in federal revenue for renewable energy off the coast into a fund designated just for coastal protection and restoration efforts.